The Executive Director of MBC Africa, Tenemba and Samake, has emphasized that agribusiness is a key driver of Africa's development. Speaking at the second edition of the Agribusiness Festival in Wa, she highlighted that African nations don't need external funding to achieve growth, as local investors can play a vital role by investing in the agribusiness sector, which is deeply interconnected with the broader economy and reliant on human capital. Rafiq Salam reports from Wa.
In 2024, MBC Africa launched the first edition of the Agribusiness Festival, codenamed AgriFEST, to serve as a platform that brings together key stakeholders to promote the growth of agribusiness in West Africa. The goal of the AgriFEST is to contribute to food security in West Africa and beyond by connecting the various actors in the value chain to the resources in order to sustain the growth. The AgriFEST brought together participants from different countries within West Africa to participate, pitch their business ideas, and exhibit their products. It was held on the theme Human Capital, the Success Factor in Agribusiness. Executive Director of MBC Africa, Tenemba Samake, in her welcome statement, noted that local investors can drive growth by channeling resources into agribusiness.
Because what we're trying to prove is that we don't need external funding sometimes to achieve what we want. We have enough money in Ghana, and we just need people that are willing to put that money towards agribusiness. Because number one, Africa has, I think, 60 to 65% of the remaining arable land. We have water, we have the young people, and we still import practically $100 billion US dollars worth of food. It simply doesn't make sense.
Tenemba Samake also observed that agribusiness is one of the most effective ways to drive Africa's development.
You know, at MBC Africa, we have believed for years that one of the best ways to develop our countries is to develop agribusiness. Because if you look at it really, everything in agribusiness touches the other sectors in the country. And one of those things is the human factor. And the human factor is the foundation of anything that you will do. Despite the way we are talking a lot about technologies these days, AI and whatever, even AI was created by a human being. So the human factor remains fundamental.
Technical Director of World University Service of Canada, Joseph Apiliga, who was the keynote speaker, stated that young people must be equipped with a skill that align with the demands of today's market.
To ensure that our youth are ready for these changes, we must rethink how we educate and train them. Education must go beyond concepts and embrace practical hands-on learning. Whether it is in agribusiness, agri-tech, or sustainable farming practices, young people must be equipped with the skills that align with the demands of today's market.
President of the Zinibua Traditional Council and Vice President of the Upper West Regional House of Chiefs, Koro Abu Diakasung Kebednyamadafiv, who chaired the function, admonished stakeholders that business cannot stand in isolation.
We will look at human capital in terms of the value of the skills they have to acquire in the context of changing environmental factors, most especially the climatic factors. Of course, business cannot operate in isolation. The relationship business has with some of these elements, like gender issues, like environmental issues, like the type of technology to be adopted, of course, goes a long way to help in facilitating the growth of the agribusiness.
A participant from Nigeria, Omolala LCO, shared the experience of the festival.
Oh, very engaging, very interesting. It's it is enlightening because it is the MBC Africa project is focused on agribusiness, Africans feeding Africa, you know, and so far so good. In the past 2 days, it has been awesome. We have learned a lot about skills and talent development. We have talked about how performance management, talent acquisition is good for succession planning, and how that can help the agri space to take up the best of talents, as well as also measure their performance, so that they in turn can run a business that outlives them.
Reporting for Dre News, Rafiq Salam. Wow.